The Supreme Court is grappling with a deeply consequential issue: birthright citizenship. At the heart of the debate is the 14th Amendment, adopted in 1868, which guarantees citizenship to all persons born or naturalized in the United States. This principle has long granted citizenship to children born on U.S. soil, regardless of their parents' immigration status. The case before the Supreme Court challenges this fundamental principle, stemming from an executive order issued by President Trump. The order seeks to restrict birthright citizenship for children of undocumented immigrants and certain foreign residents. The Trump administration argues that the 14th Amendment was never intended to grant citizenship to children of those not subject to U.S. jurisdiction. Challengers counter by emphasizing the clear language of the amendment, arguing for a broad and inclusive definition of citizenship. The outcome of this case could reshape American identity, potentially impacting millions of individuals and their families. The court's decision will likely be one of the most significant rulings on citizenship in a generation. It will undoubtedly set a precedent for years to come. President Trump signed the controversial executive order on his first day back in office in January 2025. The order reflects his long-standing beliefs about immigration, framing it as a threat to American jobs, security, and cultural identity. Trump argues that the order is necessary to combat what he calls birth tourism, claiming pregnant women exploit the 14th Amendment. Critics argue that this phenomenon is overstated and that the order aims to dismantle birthright citizenship. Legal experts raise concerns about the order's legality, pointing to the clear language of the 14th Amendment. Despite legal challenges, the Trump administration defends the order, asserting the president's broad executive power to set immigration policy. They maintain that the order is necessary to regain control of the nation's borders and protect American sovereignty. The Supreme Court's decision will have significant implications for the balance of power between the executive and judicial branches. The Supreme Court's hearings on Trump's executive order have ignited controversy across the nation. Protests have erupted outside the Supreme Court, with demonstrators on both sides making their voices heard. Opponents argue that the order is unconstitutional and discriminatory, undermining the principle that everyone born on U.S. soil is a citizen. Supporters believe ending birthright citizenship would deter illegal immigration and protect American jobs and resources. The debate over birthright citizenship is deeply intertwined with broader anxieties about national identity and economic security. The Supreme Court's decision will have profound implications for the country's future, shaping the lives of millions and defining American citizenship. The Supreme Court faces a monumental task in deciding the fate of Trump's executive order on birthright citizenship. One possible outcome is that the court could uphold the Trump administration's interpretation, ending birthright citizenship for children of undocumented immigrants and certain foreign residents. Such a ruling would have far-reaching implications, potentially impacting millions of individuals and their families. Alternatively, the court could strike down the executive order, reaffirming the principle of birthright citizenship and serving as a check on the president's executive power. The court could also choose a more narrow ruling, focusing on the scope of the president's executive authority. Regardless of the outcome, the Supreme Court's decision will have profound and lasting implications for the United States. It will shape the country's understanding of citizenship, define the limits of executive power, and influence the national conversation about immigration for generations to come.